Today we're going to walk you through the process of changing the paddle shaft seal kit on our hydraulic dump mixers. To complete this job start to finish on both sides, we're going to need a few tools. We'll need a 7/16 socket as well as a 7/16 end wrench, a 9/16 socket, and then a 3/4 inch socket as well as a 3/4 inch end wrench. You will also need a 3/16 Allen wrench as well as a 5/32 Allen wrench. So to start, we'll start by removing our pillow block bearing. Here's where we'll be using our 3/4 inch socket as well as our 3/4 inch end wrench, and we'll remove these two bolts.
Okay, action.
After removing our two bolts, we will remove our spacer between the bearing and the mounting plate. Next, we're going to use our 5/32 Allen wrench to remove both of our set screws. Next, we will pull our pillow block bearing off. Next, we remove our 4 bolts and nuts with our 9/16 socket. After we have our nuts removed, we'll start removing our plates and our seals. We have our outer plate, outer seal, next plate, After we've removed our old seals and plates, we'll start by installing our new one. Now when we replace with our new seal kit, we need to pay attention to the holes in our seals as well as the plates. The first seal that we put on is most important because we need to keep track of where our grease hole is, and we want to offset that from where our grease zerk is going to be on the outside. So we'll start by installing this seal with the grease hole towards the mounting plate. Next, we'll go with our first plate, and we're going to take our grease hole in the plate and we're going to offset that 180 degrees from the first seal that we installed. What this does is we will line the rest of our grease holes in the seal and the plates up, and it'll allow grease to travel clear back through the seals but stop at the last seal so it doesn't travel into our drum. And now we'll follow with our next seal, making sure to align it with our previous plate grease hole. And now we'll put our second plate on, also aligning our grease hole with the previous grease hole in the seal. For our final seal, again, we're going to align it with the previous hole in the grease in the plate before. And now for our final plate with the grease zerk in it, we're going to make sure it aligns with all the holes that we've lined up coming out through.
Action.
And now we just replace our nuts. And now we'll retighten our 4 9/16 nuts. We don't need to over tighten these, but we want to snug them down to where we get a good seal. And now we're going to replace our pillow block bearing. We'll now put our bearing spacer back in. And then we'll tighten up both of our bolts that hold our bearing on.
Action.
And then to finish, we will tighten down our 2 set screws. Now that we have our seals and everything back together, we'll go ahead and grease our seal kit as well as our bearing. The process on the opposite side where our hydraulic motor is going to be the same. The only difference is we will have to use our 7/16 inch wrench and sockets to remove our motor cover, and then 3/4 inch wrench to remove the 4 bolts out of our hydraulic motor to pull it away. And then we have a chain sprocket coupler kit that we will have to remove in addition as well. After that, the process for changing the seals out is exactly the same as the other side of the drum.